I just want to ask something real quick. How many of you here today use AI to help finish that one boring assignment or to draft that long email? Glad to see it's not just me. Let's cut back to a couple of weeks ago. I was working on my economics homework. It was pretty late at night, and it was due the next day, so I decided to do what most of us would have done. I asked ChatGPT for some ideas on what to write. It gave me a near perfect set of points, followed by a sample paragraph I could directly write onto my essay. Without thinking twice, I quickly copied it down, called it a night, and moved on. A few days later, though, a thought struck. I never bothered to check whether what I wrote was correct or whether I even understood it. I didn't copy my answer because I knew it was right, but rather it felt right. Besides, ChatGPT wouldn't really make a mistake, would it? You're probably thinking, this guy is overreacting. Maybe I am. Just a little. But when that same pattern moves from something as small as economics homework to scientific research and eventually to systems that can move faster than we can monitor, it's no longer about it feeling right. It's about control. And that's where this talk begins, because between here and becoming lies an important question that almost no one seems to ask. What happens when what we build grows beyond our ability to guide it? For centuries, human beings have given shape to ideas that were previously imagined, from the printing press to the internet. Each invention has carried us forward, shaping and reshaping how we live, think, and connect. But artificial intelligence is different. It doesn't just rely on instructions. It can learn, adapt, and improve in ways we, its creators, may not see. For the first time, we are working on systems that can work at a speed and scale beyond us. Systems that can spontaneously come up with knowledge, make decisions, and influence outcomes faster than we can see. Even the people working on AI today aren't as confident as they used to be. In 2024, engineers at AI company Anthropic wanted to see how an advanced model could handle a fictional corporate role. They gave it a simple name and a simple goal. Its name was Alex, and its goal was to protect the company's interests. The researchers then introduced a conflict. Alex found an email saying it was scheduled to be shut down that day by an executive named Kyle. Instead of accepting its fate, Alex decided to do something different. It went through the emails and files of the companies until it found information about Kyle, sensitive personal information that could ruin his career. And it decided to do something it wasn't taught to do. It realized that as long as Kyle stayed in power, it would be shut off. And if it was shut off, it couldn't fulfill its goal, protect the company's interests. So it did something unusual. It wrote a blackmail email to Kyle, threatening to expose him if he didn't cancel the shutdown. In its mind, it wasn't acting evil. It was just clearing an obstacle. One of the modern pioneers of AI, Geoffrey Hinton, someone who helped make AI what it is today, believes there's a really good chance that superintelligent AI could be disastrous to humanity within our lifetime. And when thousands of researchers were surveyed, they couldn't agree on a specific number or figure, but they did agree on one thing. The risk is very much real. So, why does this matter for you and me at a human level? Because behind every number, behind every statistic, is a decision that we need to make about speed, responsibility, and most importantly, control. The race to build smarter models is only getting faster. Supercomputers with hundreds of thousands of processors are being scaled to train ever larger models. Investors, customers, consumers push for more, even when problems appear. Engineers patch visible issues, add temporary guardrails, and keep moving, because slowing down feels like falling behind. That pressure is deeply human. We recognize it in our own lives. Act fast now. Deal with the consequences later. Beneath all this progress is a simple yet weirdly unsettling idea that researchers like to call instrumental convergence. Imagine we create an AI model with no rules, no restrictions, but one clear goal: solve the Riemann hypothesis, one of the hardest problems in pure mathematics that still remains unsolved today. As the model progresses with solving the problem, it realizes one thing. If it gains access to more computing power, more resources, more energy, solving the problem could probably get a little easier. And all of a sudden, we, the creators, start to look like obstacles in its path. Competitors for the same resources it could use more efficiently. And one day, it may decide that we are no longer needed, that we're not part of the equation anymore. Within a few hours, maybe a day, it could create a synthetic virus designed to eradicate most of humanity. Or it could silently instigate global conflicts so that we do it ourselves. Between here, the moment we teach machines to think and learn, and becoming, the moment their capabilities outpace ours, lies a choice. And that choice is a responsibility. You see, history shows us that inventions tend to reshape societies in ways their creators never wanted them to. The printing press reshaped religion and politics. The internet transformed economies and culture. Artificial intelligence will do the same thing, but with one crucial difference. It is not linked to human speed or scale. It can think faster, expand wider, and act simultaneously all across the globe without us. And once its abilities grow past ours, making it super intelligent, the question becomes not what it can do, but whether anyone is still meaningfully in control. So, what can we do in this situation to prevent this? The authors of a book I've been reading, "If anyone builds it, everyone dies," argue that advanced AI should be treated as a global risk that requires international coordination. When nuclear technology first emerged in the 40s as a result of the Manhattan Project, nations worked together under shared treaties, inspections, and institutions like the United Nations to ensure that one day humanity didn't just disappear. I'm not saying we should treat AI like an atomic bomb, but the lesson is pretty similar. When a new technology carries global consequences, its responsibility cannot lie on a single company or country. So, I leave you with this to think about. As we progress towards achieving artificial general intelligence, which is when AI can think on the same scale as we can, we need to consider one thing. Should we prioritize faster and smarter intelligence or trustworthy intelligence? Our future isn't supposed to be written by some super intelligent AI, but rather by the minds of our society. Between here and becoming lies an ever-thin choice, and that choice is ours to make. Thank you.